Hello and welcome to I Can't Say It Day 251. Ugh, I'm even tireder now than I was yesterday when I made my short itsy bitsy little video. So how are you doing all today? I am doing okay, feeling all right. My son had his first soccer game of the season and that went pretty well today. They won 6-5. He was goalie and he let two of the goals through. One of them, he kept saying he's offside. He's offsides. But you got to remind him that if the if the referee doesn't see it, he isn't offsides. You can continue to say that he is offsides, but unless the referee sees it, there's no offsides penalty, and you got to keep playing the ball. And he let a rather easy one get past him, which was, they still won. But he had one of those life lessons where it's like, okay, you can recognize that something is unfair, recognize that whatever is happening isn't getting caught by an official or whoever's in charge, and you just have to deal with it, and you just have to roll with what happened and not let it get to you. You can let it get to you later, but if you're in the middle of a game like you were with soccer, then you do have to focus for a moment on the game, stay focused on the game, and just keep going. And then, excuse me, if after the game you still feel it was necessary to complain about the poor call, by all means do so. Get it out of your system. But he didn't let it get out of the system, and he was right there near the left goal post, and the ball just went right next to him. You just got to learn to sort of channel your anger, your frustration in a way so that it's like you can still stay focused and get your job done and not let it affect your performance. It's tough, especially when you're as young as he is. Alright, today was also Moltres Day in Pokemon Go. Excuse me, once again. That's Moltres, who is a fire bird, for lack of a better word. And everybody wanted to get a shiny Moltres, and we all got a shiny Moltres today. We're all very happy about that. Someone got two. I can't remember if it was my wife or my son. But now they have two, so they can trade if necessary. Let's see. I got my shiny. I'm okay with it. I caught about 10 Moltreses. I don't know that I need to keep them all. Probably keep the best one or best few, just in case I need to decide to trade with other people in the future. I just not worrying about it. And then, 2 weeks, I think we have Community Day, which is the Chikorita event, and I forget what a Chikorita evolves into. And then the 2 weeks after that, or the next day, we have Viva Calle, which is a bicycle event that goes around San Jose. So that ought to be a hoot as well. We walked some of it last time, but we realized that in order to get the full effect of the event is you got to do it on a bicycle. And so we're going to ride our bikes. That should be great. What else is there to address? Let's see, I just made some progress looking at work. You know, it's funny. If there's anything to be gained from going back and looking at my videos, because if I'm just summarizing what happened during the day, I don't know how exciting that is for me or for anyone else. But again, the whole purpose here is to practice extemporaneous speaking. I was watching a show on C-SPAN by Doris Kearns Goodwin, and she was saying that President Lincoln, he always wrote his own speeches, and he never really spoke extemporaneously. He always knew what he was going to say. Fast forward, 170 years now, but 160, whatever. We have a lot of extemporaneous speaking, and we have a lot of flubs that are coming from that. That's sort of the society that we live in now, is that we expect the president to sort of, be able to speak off the cuff. And then, of course, that leads to lots of embarrassing moments. The one thing that seems the strangest is when they are asking questions of the president while he's getting ready to get on Air Chopper One. I forget what it's called again. But the helicopter. And you hear the blades swirling in the background and he's yelling over them. I'm like, dude, don't talk to these people then. Talk to them when you're good and ready. Getting on an airplane, that's not when you answer questions from people. Just because it's been the practice before doesn't mean you do it now. You want to ask me questions? You ask me questions in, in a nice quiet environment where I can think and I don't have these damn sounds going off in the back of my head. Do not understand that. Just because people are throwing questions at you, that does not mean that you have to answer them. Just because the phone rings does not mean you have to answer it. It's really that simple. But there are some people who subscribe that a phone rings, you answer it. Wrong. When a phone rings, that means somebody wants your time. Well, what are you doing when you hear a phone ring? Is that more important to you than finding what's happening on the other end of the phone? If you're ready to take a phone call and you're not being interrupted, take the call. But if you're doing something far more important, something more interesting, keep doing it. They should leave a voicemail, and you can call them back when you're good and ready. Come on now. We are not a slave to technology. Technology is here to help us. Right now, I'm recording YouTube videos for the purpose of practicing extemporaneous speaking, so that if ever I have to get up in front of a group of anyone and I have to say something, I'm not all, stuck on what to say and how to say it. So I am practicing and practicing and practicing. I still know what that crutch word is that I keep saying. So. It's so. Wait a minute. Actually, that was the appropriate time to use stuff. And so what I do is I am trying to be very conscious of the word. Here, I'm also going to help myself. Remember that piece of paper that I keep showing you, August 6th. Remember how I used to record my weight loss? That was always cute. I'd always weigh day, bring out my piece of paper. I did weigh myself this morning. I was at 262.2, which is a good number. Tomorrow I hope to be a little bit lower. And the next day I hope to be even lower still. So that come Monday, which is weigh day, I will be at a good number. 261 point anything is good. 260 point anything is better. Anything less than 260 is unlikely, but welcome nonetheless. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that because I think it's coming up on midnight and it is time to bring this to an end. So I want to thank you all for watching and I wish you all a pleasant Sunday and we will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.